Good morning, everyone. Jeremy here from Flatware Creations. Today I have a bunch of stuff on my workbench. I'm going to be making some sterling fish with a Labradorite pendant in it. That's what I'm going to be making right now. But I have 3 more stones, a Labradorite, moonstone, and another Labradorite, all in the sterling. I'm going to be making sterling rose point bracelet and ring set. Also, I think I've set my mind on a bracelet, earring, and I'm going to put this pendant in with that set. So it'll be a really nice set of Kirk & Sons Rispose, I think it is, 1924. And then I've got these bracelets to do. These guys I'm going to put in stones, crystals, kind of pop them out a little bit more. And then these 2 on the end will become rings a little bit later. But for now, I'm going to get you set up on the tripod here, and we will get this fish going. Alright, so just make sure you can see everything from there. Alright, so first thing I want to do is I've taken and okay, just making sure you can see. I've taken and marked my mouth opening, and I think I want to come back just a touch. So this is going to come on here like this, and whenever it sits flat, this really reflects. So I don't need to have an eye. I can bring that back just a touch more. Okay, so there's that. So this time here is going to come up and become the hook for the necklace to go through. These 2 will become the tail, and this little guy down here will become a fin of some sort. We'll see what what happens. Alright, so we know that we want this flat, so whenever this is glued, it will sit flat. So right now I have a little air gap coming through there. I'm going to put on my new board so I can get this really flat. So this is my front. And right there we're pretty flat all the way around. We don't want this to have a chance to pull away later. There we go, that looks good. Okay. Alright, so let's get this guy cut out. I'm just going to use my jeweler's saw. You guys can see okay. This is just a little V block I cut out of 1-inch pine. Oops. And I save all of my silver. I gotta get in the silver mindset today. Get my apron situated here. What I've done for my apron is I just kind of make it a bowl in here so that everything that falls down will go in here, and then I'll be able to put it in this later if it doesn't catch automatically. So let me see. Okay. Just a light little pressure. It doesn't take a whole lot. Steering line is nice and easy to saw through. And now I'm just making sure that my blade's going straight back towards the end of my other cut. Mouth cut out. Shaving's that up. Let's get that guy back there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my triangle file and just fit it in there. Fit it in there so that I can get a nice clean edge. Can you see my lap? Now I'll take the big file and I'm just going to even these guys out. The lips I want to be even, and right now the top one is higher than the bottom one. Kind of getting off those burrs a little bit. Just nice light pressure. I don't want to take a lot off. Okay. I use these little paint brushes. They go right through the scales, the little lines on here. That way I can get more silverware, or more silver out. Okay, so we've got our lips now. And I'll just take my Dremel. Use my fine sanding bit. Just taking off the hard edge there. So it looks like this channel here is a little bit lower or a little bit higher than this channel. So I want to take that, make sure those are nice and even. There we go, that looks better. Okay, I like that. Okay, no hard edges. All right, so our next step, let me get this stuff put away. So I've trapped most of my shavings. Can you see the bottle? Okay, so I've trapped most of my shavings in this. I'll just tap on it to kind of get everything down towards the end. I'm pinching the bottom. I don't always get all of it, but I'm saving enough to eventually make it worth it. So this is a few months of shavings, a few pieces. So it does add up eventually, and I'll find something to do with it, I'm sure. So right now, this guy, I haven't done anything to it as far as polishing or getting it ready for this. So I'm going to take you over to my buffer here. And I'm going to start down here. Get this guy off of here. This is a fiber wheel. Takes off a lot of material quickly, but it also leaves deep scratches. So I'm going to start here, just get some of this edge off of here, and I'll go back over here. I'm using the red jeweler's polishing compound or buffing compound. And then this guy here, I use the white. That is missing. It's somewhere. Oh, here it is. So this will be loud for a second, but I'll be right back. So this one didn't have a whole lot of tarnish on it. So we'll be able to get started. So this time here, so nothing about this is really going to affect the stone and its placement. So I don't have to worry about which way to bend the tines. So our cutting's done. There. We don't need holes, so we don't need to worry about that. We just need tools, which I forgot to unpack. 1 second. All right. Sorry about that. We just got back from a show. Get my tools out here. Fit quite a bit in this little box. Don't need that. I think that's it. There's tools. Alright. this guy. Won't need this one. I'll just put that there. That one. Not this one. There's that guy. Not this guy. Okay, so this guy needs to come up. Just want to make sure I got everything in here. Okay. Hopefully that has you guys in a good sight. I need to bend this this way and then over. So bring this right down here. We don't want to go all the way to the bottom. So we don't want to go all the way to the bottom here because it's almost guaranteed to break if we start the bend there. So we're going to start about a 1/4 inch up. We're going to bend it over, and then we're going to bend it right around, nice and slow. And that should have us about square. So here's our bend. Okay, so from that position, we need to make our loop. Just needs to be big enough for the necklace to go through. And then we're going to take and twist it right around. Put a little bit more angle on it. And there we go. Now we have our loop. So that's the top. Pretty easy. Make sure that's all the way down. Okay. So next we need to figure out the tail we want to do and this bottom fin down here. So the bottom fin, normally I'll run it up and then around, but I don't think I'll have enough room to do that this time. And it might. So if that's there, I could run this around and back. So I'm going to twist this around here and I'm going to bring it up over the top. So same thing with this. Just going to bring it, make sure I go the right way. I only get one chance with this. Bring it around here, loop it that way. Okay, I'm ready. Make sure you guys can still see it there. So I'm making this to kind of go flat. Just a little bit of a tap. And then we'll take this and we'll roll it right. Put that right there. So I want it to go, I want the top edge to go up this line. Up just a touch. There's this little guy. Right there. That'll look okay. Let's bring this guy up just a touch. Clean that up after. So now we just have to figure out the tail. So I'm trying to visualize if I cross these, or I could just wiggle them. They're kind of too flat to really wiggle the way I want to. So I think what I might do is try and get them to cross. So they're not super long, which makes it hard because if I wanted to twist them and then make a little heart, I don't think I have enough room. So I'm going to make this cross up here a little bit farther. That should work. Can you still see my... Okay. So I'm just running this to the edge so that I can get this one piece here flat. There. That looks better. I'm gonna finish this guy up. Just want to make sure everything's flat. We got a little bit of points on here that we'll take off, and I have a couple of tool marks right here, and a little tool mark right there. So I'm not taking off a lot of material, just enough to get the tool mark out. And a big thing with the tool marks is you want to blend them in to the surrounding area, because if you just try to take out the tool mark, then there's just a big dent from what you were doing, and then it just kind of looks weird, or could look weird. Back up there. So I'm going to start off at my 600 grit sanding disc. Might need to go just a touch heavier. Yeah, it's not getting out the size scratches I want. So let's drop down to a 400, which is the next size down for this set. There we go, that's better. Alright, now let's go back up to that 600 grit. There we go, and that's getting us our nice shine back. I think I'm going to hit the rest of this with this. Just kind of get some of that wax polish off of there, so we can put it on our stone. Alright. So I'm going to go over this actually with the buffer again. I want to make sure that this is nice and shiny, because once we put our stone on, we don't really want to have to do anything else to it. So let's go to this guy, and we'll shine this guy right up. And we have a nice shiny piece that's basically finished. I'm going to take and rough up this area for the stone again. Actually, I'm just going to take some alcohol to it. Get that wax off of there. Last Q-tips here. Take that to the stone as well. Just want to make sure everything's nice and clean. Alright, where is the E6000? It has worked really well with the stones that I've used before. And we're supposed to leave this on for like a minute, I think it is, on each piece.